The world doesn't reward honesty. It rewards strategy. It doesn't honor goodness. It exploits it. From the day you were born, they trained you to obey invisible laws. Be nice, be patient, be loyal, be humble. Be like everyone else. They called it morality. But it was never morality. It was management, a system built not to make you powerful, but predictable. And today we burn those laws to ash, because freedom doesn't come from obedience. It comes from understanding the game and playing it better. Rule 1. Always tell the truth. The lie of honesty. They told you honesty makes you pure. But purity doesn't win wars. Tell the truth too early. They'll steal your idea. Tell it to the wrong person. They'll weaponize it. Machiavelli said it best. Men judge by appearances, not by facts. The world doesn't reward truth. It rewards timing. There are 3 kinds of honesty: moral, social, and strategic. The first 2 make you liked. The last one makes you powerful. Speak truth like a blade, sharp, rare, and controlled. Every time you speak, you spend information. So ask yourself, who profits from this truth, me or them? Because honesty without boundaries isn't virtue. It's exposure. Be sincere, but never predictable. The wise reveal just enough to lead. The foolish reveal everything and are led. Rule 2. Fit in. The worship of conformity. Be normal. Blend in, don't stand out. That's how they bury kings before they rise. They call it belonging, but it's really disappearance. Conformity keeps the system stable, and you small. Machiavelli knew. A man who thinks for himself threatens the order. So they train you to mimic instead of think, to copy instead of create, to fear rejection more than mediocrity. But every empire was built by someone who refused to fit in. The outsider becomes the original. The original becomes the leader. Remember this law: the crowd fears the one who walks alone. So when they mock you, it means they recognize your difference and fear it. Let them. Because the world never remembers those who fit in, only those who couldn't. Rule 3. Stay humble. The mask of weakness. They tell you to be humble, to stay small, to never make noise. But humility for most is not virtue. It's fear disguised as goodness. The world praises humility because it keeps lions pretending to be sheep. Machiavelli warned, appear merciful, faithful, humble. Appear. Because too much humility invites predators. True power moves silent, not small. A lion doesn't roar all day to prove it's a lion. It waits, then kills with precision. That's real humility, controlled confidence. So yes, appear modest when it protects you. But never forget who you are, because false humility keeps you poor. Strategic humility keeps you safe. Rule 4. Be nice. The trap of pleasing everyone. They told you niceness makes you good, but it only makes you useful. A nice man fears rejection, avoids confrontation, and bleeds respect trying to please. Machiavelli wrote, a ruler must learn how not to be good. Kindness has value only when it's earned. Be kind when it serves your purpose. Be cold when it protects your peace, because niceness without limits is a leash. The world doesn't respect those who never say no. It uses them. Better to be respected than liked, because respect endures. Liking fades. Be calm, not compliant. Be kind, but with clause. Rule 5. Be patient. The art of containment. Wait your turn. That's how they sedate lions. Patience, when preached by the powerful, isn't wisdom. It's control. Machiavelli said fortune favors the bold, not the obedient. While you wait for your time, someone else is taking it. Patience without movement is paralysis. The wise don't wait for the right moment. They make it right. They plan in silence, strike in chaos, and move before the world is ready. So wait only when waiting builds advantage. Otherwise, act, because the powerful don't wait for permission. They decide when their turn begins. Rule 6. Be loyal. The chain of devotion. They glorify loyalty to control you. Be loyal to your job, your leader, your tribe, even when it drains you. But loyalty without self-interest isn't noble. It's slavery. Machiavelli saw it centuries ago. Alliances are not built on honor. They're built on advantage. True loyalty is earned, not demanded. It's mutual, not manipulated. Be loyal to purpose, not people. To growth, not guilt. And if loyalty ever costs you your self-respect, that's not loyalty, that's ownership. So appear loyal, speak with respect, but never surrender your autonomy. Because in the end, loyalty is a loan, not a gift. Rule 7. Be happy. The prison of comfort. They tell you life is about happiness, that peace is the goal. But that's how they keep you docile. Happiness makes people harmless. Comfort kills ambition. The world sells happiness to keep you consuming instead of conquering. Machiavelli knew men are driven by fear or ambition, and both hurt. Growth feels like pain, not peace. The happiest men rarely change history. The hungriest do. Happiness is the bait. Purpose is the hook. Don't chase joy, chase meaning. Because when you stop needing to be happy, you become unbreakable. And a man who no longer fears discomfort cannot be controlled. Outro: The Awakening. These are the 7 rules they built to keep you weak, and the 7 truths that will set you free. You were never meant to obey them, only to outgrow them. So guard your truth. Walk alone. Hide your power. Speak with purpose. Move with silence. And when they call you ruthless, smile, because that's how they name those they can't control. Welcome to the inner circle, where power is not something you chase. It's something you become